Yep, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Street Hoops team can do. I imagine we're going to see some good DPS play at the very least, because I know these players are very good at that. I wonder what kind of compositions we're going to run. Just a lot of questions should be answered here on this map. See where they're at in relation to the best team in Overwatch right now, EnVyUs. And speaking of EnVyUs, what are you seeing coming out of that defense?
What are we seeing coming out of that defense? It is going to be Harry Hook here on the 76, Internet Hulk on Lucio, Chipjin going to be in the Mercy, Coco on the Reinhardt, Taimu on Reaper, and Tailspin going to round things out here on the Pharah.
Yeah, so it's kind of odd because they were running a Symmetra before everything happened, but it appears like they've decided not to do that now. A little bit interesting there. Offensively, I have no idea at the moment because they're queued up on some really weird stuff. I don't know if this is just kind of how they roll or what's going to happen here, because right now we see a Zenyatta, who's really a hero that's not even in the game anymore, just not picked at all in the meta, and they're running a couple divas, so interesting stuff to see.
Not just a couple of divas, they're running 3 divas. Hex, the mecha force is here.
That's a lot of mechs. Yeah, I think Shrugger will be playing this Genji. Disasters on Lucio. Sure, they're gonna run double diva. Double diva and Winston is getting a huge initiation force. They're going hard. That is, yeah, Duwatna and Chain and Ghost on the diva Winston squad. Ninja Nick staying on this Zenyatta. So at the very least, this is an interesting
man able to take out Ninja Nick immediately. Zenyatta is picked, he immediately dies. First kill, feels bad to hand Zenyatta army. Duwatna, though, trying to get into it, will get taken out as Diva. 3 kills here for Envy, as Envy just laying in. The Diva's not getting the effect they were looking for here from Street Hoops, and they are going to go down pretty quickly. But I do appreciate the new strategy, at the very least, in trying the mix in Diva, trying to go for the Blitz offense, even though it didn't work out. And just like that, they have already gotten off the Zen. Ninja Nick, now a Lucio, no longer repping everyone's favorite Omnic. It's that time.
Yeah, it's kind of a one-off. They do switch to a more traditional strategy, running this triple tank here. They need to get a shield tank. They're going to go for a little slow pusher. Shrugger does move on to the Pharah, reminiscent of his soldier days in TF2. I think he might have played a lot of Scout as well, but really
Envy right now, they're just rushing right into this. They know they have the advantage. Tailspin picks off the first 2 kills here. Coming in over the top of the barrage, takes out another. Shrugger, the last one remaining here for the offense, and he is just going to have to back right out as Envy, they're more aggressive than I remember them being. They felt that they had a slight advantage there, and they just speed boosted right in, so... And I'll note this, Envy hasn't always ran a Lucio on the defense either. They were shying away from recent times. Usually Internet Hulk would be on, say, a Torbjorn or something, but now Lucio back in action here in the defense for Envy.
Yeah, speaking of aggressive, Harry Hook is just way out there. He's going to use his sprint to get back to the very cleared cafe, only table standing in his way. They're going right in again. They're trying to boost
Tailspin, that was hand time. Coco at the Earth Shower knocks down 3, sets up Taimu. Taimu comes in from the back and just cleans up with that Death Blossom. Oh my goodness.
Well, it makes sense.
The coordination on that was ridiculous.
Right, but they know that they want to come in through this backside here and come up the stairs, and if you know the enemy team wants to do something, just take it away from them. It doesn't really cost you much to try to do. You have Resurrection. Chips plays very safe on his Mercy. So you can go in if you get wrecked there, but I mean, you're going to be in a better angle anyway. They're not exactly expecting it. You're denying them the entry that they want.
All right, so looking at Taimu right now, does not have a Death Blossom. That's not going to stop him from being aggro here and looking for an opportunity. Moving right in. I know he'll get picked up just yet. In fact, just switching off the Reinhardt, but Chain His Ghost does drop the Earth Shatter. Not getting a whole lot of it though, as Tailspin now over the top has a double kill. Taimu piles on, the res comes up, brings up everyone here from the Street Hoop squad, but Envy just swarming all over them. Showing nothing but dominance. Chain His Ghost trying to charge out, will not be able to charge out in time. And that was a good res coming out too, they just weren't able to do anything right after it.
My tactical visor is charging.
Yeah, I mean, you have to win both halves of those fights after res being more important as well. They're so far forward right now. Harry Hook's on green car. You never see someone and gets a kill, takes down Disaster.
Disaster, that is a disaster for Disaster. Gets taken out early. Taimu right now just hang out here in the corridor, and why not? If anyone comes in over the top, he can kill him normally with Reaper, or if the rest of the team goes in together, he can just deal with them in a moment.
Yeah, he also
I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. Internet Hulk is going to go for a speed boost here, and Taimu's going to go right into him. Here it comes, speedy boosting in. Not throwing Death Blossom just yet, looking for some damage on the Reinhardt, but is holding on to Death Blossom. As Tailspin now with the Rocket Barrage takes out 2, goes down to Mercy of all people. But overall, the defense of EnVy holding it strong. They got the better end of the engagement by far as Coco just mopping things up with that hammer. 15 seconds remain here, and Street Hoops not off to the greatest start.
They need to nail this Barrage and Rez and Whole Hog all together, and they're going to have it, so they have a chance. The smallest of chances. Here comes Death Blossom to ruin it.
Death Blossom comes in from Taimu, takes out Disaster and Ninja Nick. There will be no res here for the offense. Shrugger went for the Barrage, was able to take out Chip, so that was decent, but died immediately. There will be no res, and this is going to be a very decisive hold coming out from the side of EnVy, and I gotta say, Hex, they are looking so good right now.
Yeah, it is still kind of hard to tell, like, is Street Hoops a decent team? They got absolutely brutalized there by EnVy. Or is EnVy just that good? Probably a little bit of both. I think Street Hoops is not where they want to be yet. I think that they don't necessarily have the time in this game, even though they're pros from other games. We've seen them, it takes a while to adjust to kind of the pace of Overwatch. I think catches a lot of people off guard. It is extremely fast as a game. So not quite adjusting yet. And yeah, I mean, it's envious, man. They're the best team in the world. When I was writing power rankings about it, I said, quick, name the worst player on EnVyUs. And you can't do it. Like, you just can't.
It's like, well...
Across the board, they're just as rock solid as you can be. I go to bat for Coco all the time. People are like, well, what about Coco? I'm like, Coco, he does everything you want for him. You never have to say his name because he's never making a mistake, and that's exactly what you want out of your tank player. So he's kind of like the least known, but he plays rock solid, just perfect.
And the thing is, when Reinhardt's make mistakes, you know it because they're charging way too deep. They get picked off, and then it's like, well, now your team doesn't have a Reinhardt. You're in trouble.
Try not to get
all right, well, looking here at the defense coming out from Street Hoops' defense, that's going to have to hold just as long as the EnVy defense did if they want to force a draw here on this map. It's going to be Shrugger on the 76, Disaster on the Mercy, Shane his Ghost on Reinhardt, yeah, on the Reaper, Ninja Nick on Symmetra, and Duwatna going to be on the Pharah.
Duwatna. Yeah, so Taimu is going to be on this Genji, which is cool. We don't see a ton of Genji on Hollywood early on. I hope he stays with it. Generally, yeah, we'll see what time we can get done. We've also seen some offensive tracers here, too. They're going to go a little more standard, double DPS, double support, double tank. Hulk is, of course, going to be on the Winston. Tailspin coming over the top is Pharah. Harry Hook on Lucio Chips. Playing that Mercy. Coco on the Roadhog. And Taimu, yeah, is going to be playing that Genji.
Yep, so the Genji, it's one of those things where the Genji doesn't do as much on the first attack usually. However, you're going to see some coordination here between Internet Hulk and Taimu. Internet Hulk will dive in the back, he'll look for Disaster, and Taimu's going to fall him right over. It's sort of this idea of big burst damage coming in as Taimu right now looking for the Mercy. Disaster does go down.
Got a tail.
So that's a quick Mercy pick coming out here from the side of EnVy. They have 3 kills. Taimu on the double kill. Who needs a Dragon Blade with how Taimu is playing this right now? And the defense of Street Hoops already in deep, deep trouble right now as Tailspin and Taimu just going off.
Yeah, I mean, it was super coordinated that you mentioned. Hulk is going to come in and going to take that balcony right away. And yes, Taimu does come in there, try to do the follow-up, but they also sent in their combo over the top, too, as they completely took that house away. They started backing through the house to try to, you know, reclaim it. And then they just ignored it, came over to the top again, and that is just a very one-sided map for EnVyUs.
Everything went EnVy's way. There's no other way of saying. Here comes time to play the game. Most likely going to be a Death Blossom, and why not Death Blossom? Pretty devastating. I wonder if this is where he came around the flank. No, there's just he went through the front, came in, and there it is. That's where EnVy just went around and stopped them from going around the back, and oftentimes teams can have good value going around the back, but Hex, not that time.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it's more aggressive than we've seen EnVy in a while, and that's absolutely true. On defense, they can usually just wait for you, and you'll just outplay you when they get there, but they've decided that they don't want you to be able to set up. Well, I think it's a lot because they know that what they want to do is set up in that same way. They want to get Internet Hulk back there in Taimu and come around from one side, come around the other, and collapse on the balcony. And they don't want teams to do that to them, so they say, well, we're just going to fight you over here. There's going to be nothing on the balcony to go get, and furthermore, we're going to come around behind you and just never let you get around to the stairs. So
it worked out well.
About as decisive of a victory as you can see from a team over another team, especially considering the round we're in.
Yeah, and we'll see if Street Hoops has anything planned for the next map. And oh my goodness, Hex, it is happening! They're bringing us to Hanamura!
Yes. All right. Now, like,
Alrighty then.
okay, so far this Street Hoops team definitely has my respect. One, because of the Diva and Zenyatta rush. Just gotta love it. That's why I like teams that at least try something different. Didn't work for them. They switched up off it. Fine, at least they give it a go. Now we're going to Hanamura. Yes, let's do it. And this is also, we're using the new time bank system too, so this could go on for a while.
Yeah, time bank 2CP does last for quite a while. That being said, if EnVyUs is able to just come out with a really good defense, which we know it is possible for them to do, it might be over sooner than you might think. Like, sure, they might get a quick attack and get things going in their favor, but after that, if Street Hoops is not able to break their defense, we might not be going back and forth for that long.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I was at Hanamura. I want to say it was like GG EU Weekly 4. Once Reunited got taken to it. It might have been by IDDQD, actually. So... it's been a long time since I've seen competitive Hanamura. Why not? I'm excited. We saw Volskaya not too long ago, which was a bonkers map. There's no other way to describe it. I don't even really love that word, but
well, that Volskaya in particular, that was just I don't even know what. The teams were throwing so many weird team compositions out there that
and it was like it was like hour 9.5 of casting for us too, so it was getting a little like I didn't know if I was dreaming. Had I passed out at my computer? Was this actually happening?
It was weird. It got weird and strange on Volskaya. It was, I think we said at the time, but it was the most bizarre game of Overwatch that I have ever casted.
Yeah.
And hex, we've casted a lot of Overwatch at this point.
There's been a lot of games between us. And yeah, I would agree that it was the most bizarre game of Overwatch I'd ever seen.
When I think of Volskaya from here on out, I'm just going to be thinking weird. But take a look here at the defense coming out here from the side of EnVy. It's going to be Internet Hulk on the Reaper. Rare to see Hulk on Reaper. This is... already getting to the weird and strange. Shipstation going to be on the Torbjorn, Coco on Reinhardt, Taimu on suiciding off the ledge, maybe not wanting to go Widowmaker, Tailspin on the Junkrat, and Harry Hook going to be on Mercy. So we'll see what Taimu comes out on. Maybe he's going to come out as a 76. Nope, he's going out as Roadhog.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Harry Hook spreading his wings. He's generally on support. It would be playing Lucio, and Chips is going to be the main one, but they're going to put Chips over onto the Torb. So, like I said, they've got supports that can really flex out on different things. Yeah, Harry Hook generally flexes onto that 76, so an interesting composition.
We have a Zenyatta sighting.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to run something similar to what they tried to run on the first point of Hollywood here. It is a very aggressive bomb in comp. Duwatnan, yeah, on double divas. Shayna's Ghost is going to be playing the Winston. Disaster is going to be on Lucio. That Zenyatta sighting is going to be played by Ninja Nick, and Shrugger will be playing the Genji.
All right, so I would be remiss if I did not put the camera here on Zenyatta. Let's see what he does here. First attack here from Street Hoops, and he just gets murdered by Internet Hulk. One shot, one kill. Down goes Zenyatta, and now 3 kills here for the side. I mean, it's Internet Hulk doing all sorts of work on this Reaper. And that's going to be a full cleanup and team wipe current for the side. EnVy, Internet Hulk enjoying his WMS1 action as Reaper, and it worked out.
Almost ready.
Poor Zenyatta.
Yeah, Coco also got some WM1 action in. So much so he has Earthshatter out. He just cleaned up those divas who run around the back. So much free damage for Coco on that hammer. You don't really want to give up Earthshatter for free. And I imagine they'll check this corner this time, as Hulk is still sitting there.
Wow, big Earthshatter here coming out here from the defense, setting things up immediately. 3 people knocked down. Taimu and Disaster getting in there. Just 4 deaths already. Sadly, Zenyatta not able to make the difference. And look at the ults they're setting up here now from the side of EnVy. They're going to have Molten Core. They're going to have Tyre. They're even going to have Whole Hog and a Death Blossom. So things might be going from bad to worse here in a hurry for Street Hoops.
Yeah, I admire the strat, I admire the map pick, it's just not working out well. Because what this strat is supposed to do is you're supposed to take first immediately on the first push, and then you're going to have all the mobility, even in your tanks, to push second in the same way. Ninja Nick needs to get off of this Zenyatta.
Every time Zenyatta dies, I think a part of me on the inside also dies. Zenyatta, I want more from you. But the 2 Diva offense still a thing here. Shrugger about to have a Dragon Blade, but man, all these ults up for EnVy. This is going to be rough for Street Hoops to get through. And by the way, you talk about the time bank system. If they just lose in this first attack, they don't get extra time.
No.
That's it. They have to at least get through here to activate their full time bank. And Internet Hulk now setting them up with the Death Blossom. They'll go down immediately to the Zenyatta. As Shrugger now slicing dice in the back line. Takes out Harry Hook. They well-timed slice, but is not prepared for the Molten Core. Chipsgen able to take him out. Diva Explosion taking out Tail, so pretty bloody here between both sides for EnVy. Team momentum. Here comes the Tailspin Tyre running down Zenyatta. Please stop killing Zenyatta in comical ways. It's not supposed to be this way. As Taimu says wrecked.
I don't know, it's pretty funny.
Oh man.
Because he's so peaceful, and, like, I just imagine his voice, and he's like, oh, it's, yeah. Sorry, Zen. That's Transcendence, though, and maybe he'll live at least through that.
And so here comes the offense moving in. Ninja Nick will be able to make things tranquil in a hurry. Blows the Transcendence very early, but gets charged back. His Transcendence not healing his team during that period. Still a disaster, was able to take out Tailspin, 65 opportunity. Even as Coco comes out here with the Earth Shatter, knocks down 3, moves and sets up 2 kills, looking for a little bit more. As Ninja Nick now going to go down, the entire team focusing down the Zen at the very end. And Envy right now, they are looking strong, Hex. They only have to defend this for 1:45, and then they don't even have to worry about time bank. They just need to cap the first point, and it is over.
Okay, so it looks like they are switching it up a little bit. They're going to go full-on cheese. The cavalry is here. Cheers, love. 4 Tracers, 1 Lucio, and a Winston to round things out.
Ninja Nick right now moving to the back. Is able to take out Coco, so they do get the first pick. The Tracers are here. They get 2 quick kills. The cavalry has arrived. Molten Core is out right now from Tukshin, but he's not getting the value he wants, even with the turret up and firing. They're able to zone it out, and this has been the best look from the side of Street Hoops all game long.
Yeah, they're getting a couple kills now, though, as they re-enter the point. Shrugger's going to try to carry this. It's just Chips and Harry Hook. Taimu's on the point as well.
3 Tracers here doing their best. Taimu definitely outnumbered as far as Tracer v Tracer goes. Chips now in trouble, just getting electrocuted down by that Winston. And overall, this is the best look that Street Hoops has had all game long. They can get this, they'll buy themselves 5 more minutes on their time bank, and who knows what'll happen after.
Yeah, I mean, they got Primal Rage going on the point. Coco's trying to do something there. The problem is when they're reinforcing with these Tracers, they're all going to take a ton of damage because his turret's been up for a while. It's level 2.
I think he might actually Molten Core in the turret from long range. That's one thing, is that even if you're nowhere near your turret, like Chips is right now coming out of respawn, he can still bring down the Molten Core.
Yeah, that'd be increased fire rate, 800 HP. On just
we are now
turret.
fully 5 Tracers. I think Shane might be switching to a Lucio.
Maybe.
No.
I mean,
who needs a healer anyways? 1 Winston, 5 Tracers. Let's go. The final cavalry push is gonna be here, and we just gotta watch Chips, man. Now let's talk about the Molten Core. Chips getting right in there, has the double kill already. The turret doing so much work. Chipsogen, the Aardvark paying off, the multiple Tracers not paying off, and Envy gonna hang on here.
So that's it's an interesting strategy by Street Hoops. It appears that like they've worked on that one specific comp a lot in different scrims, maybe because they've ran it in Hollywood as well. Not the Tracer comp, but the Divas and the Winstons. I imagine when it works out really well. But it has not worked here, and they ended up feeding alts. I don't think that kind of strategy works against a team like EnVyUs.
Most likely not.
I think, well, I mean, most strategies don't work against EnVyUs, so. But yeah, it's definitely pretty cheesy, not standard, not exactly the most standard meta play for sure. And they're sticking with a little bit of different play on defense as well. So it looks like they probably are going to run this Bastion.
Bastion will be on the way out, and we'll see if that's what they need for the defense. It'd be amazing to see Street Hoops actually come back and force a tie here in Hanamura, but defending point A for that long, easier said than done. Oh my goodness, they can't be coming out with 2 Symmetras, are they?
Well, that's a lot of sentries.
Oh my goodness, Hex, it's happening!
Well,
I don't think we've ever seen this in comp ever. I mean, we've talked about a lot of different hero stacking options, but the reason why you don't see double Symmetra ever is that one of her biggest benefits, her team shield, it doesn't stack.
No.
You can't run 2 Symmetras to get 50 shields.
If you could, you'd still have double orb.
We might actually have double orb still, so
yeah.
they're just gonna try and hope that all these Symmetra turrets act as an impediment, but you run 1 Winston and I don't know about this. But I figure for them, they just want to try something, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have to full hold. The best way to do is, I guess, just completely lock down this first point. It might work for the first push, as there is no Winston. Chips is feeling like busting out his Zenyatta. Probably the best Zenyatta in the game is Chips. Then Tailspin and Time are going to be a couple Genjis. Hulk and Harry Hook on Tracers. Coco has to run Lucio. All right. So everyone getting a bit cheeky right now.
Oh, this is my jam.
Internet Hulk moving in, looking for an opportunity.
Time
Not going to get just that. Ends up getting taken out.
Timer was unable to deal with that Bastion.
So the Symmetras right now, RPM kills. Yeah, has gotten a double kill here so far. Shrugger able to take out Chips. And Envy having some trouble dealing with this. As I was stuck in the corner behind Bastion. Well, time move. Think better of yourself next time you dash in. Why can't that be play of the game? Bastion said, though, he's not going to be back for a while. These teleporters are not going to be up anytime soon. So, this is an opportunity here for Envy.
Yeah, I liked how Shane was still pretending the Bastion was behind him, like on the rope-a-dope.
We have another Zen setting here, by the way. Chips is on the Zenyatta.
Yeah, Chips is a phenomenal Zenyatta, probably the best one we've seen in a very long time.
I just want to see footage of Zenyatta that doesn't get killed in one Reaper shot, and right now, it's working out. He's landing the damage, he's getting the Discord Orbs, as Envy able to move right in. Taispoo getting the triple kill near the end, and this should be GG in favor of Envy. I don't expect the defense able to get back here in time.
No, not with neither teleporter up. They are both dead. Neither one of those got dropped at 100% charge. EnVyUs holds sway, defeating Street Hoops in dominant fashion.
Nothing else to say.
Play of the match.
All right, so we're going to look here. That might have been our last map of this day. We got to look to see if there's anything else that we can still get in on. Give us 1 second here. A lot of the round of 16 matches are finishing up.